Well, it is a historic day in Tennessee. After years of debate and protests, today a waiver was granted, clearing the way to remove the bust of a Confederate general and KKK Grand Wizard from the state capitol. After a marathon discussion, the Tennessee Historical Commission voted 25-1 to approve a petition waiver from the Capitol Commission. That means Governor Bill Lee now has permission to remove the bust from inside the Capitol, something he's vocally supported since last year. State Capitol reporter Gerald Harris has been closely following today's vote for us and the lengthy debate.
Governor Bill Lee making his position known, remove the bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Forrest represents pain, suffering, and brutal crimes committed against African Americans, and that pain is very real for many of our fellow Tennesseans.
And relocate the bust to the Tennessee State Museum.
At a minimum, there should be context around Forrest to acknowledge the complexity of his legacy in Tennessee.
The years-long battle has pitted some who believe the bust is in its rightful place in the state capitol.
I understand the public comments, I understand the public outcry. However, I don't think there's a sufficient historical rationale to move this.
To those who say the bust represents decades of hatred.
He was a war criminal, slave owner, Klansman, and Confederate general. And as such, he must be removed from the state capitol.
The Historical Commission voted to accept the Capitol Commission's waiver to relocate the Forrest bust to the State Museum after 5 hours of discussion. It's welcome news for State Senator Brenda Gilmore, who has fought for years to get to this decision.
Slavery, oppression, and bigotry are a part of American history, but we do not and should not celebrate these ideas today.
The commission voted 25-1 on the measure. It's unclear when the relocation will take place. In Nashville, Gerald Harris.
And by the way, we want to point out the Admiral Farragut you just heard about there is the Navy Admiral that the city of Farragut is named after and where he was born. Last month, House Speaker Cameron Sexton and Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally requested an opinion from the State Attorney General. Specifically, they questioned whether a step was missed during the Capitol Commission's approval process last year. It's unclear when the AG will return an opinion or how it could affect what happens next with the bust.